Hi everyone, it's Sue Zimmer of the Student Success Commons, your science tutor. It's spring 2020, so we're going to cover some bones in this video. We're going to do the tibia and the fibula. Not too many structures to know on them, so it shouldn't end up being too long. So let us start with the tibia. So the tibia is a bone in your lower leg. You are going to need to know if it is a left or a right, and I'll give you some tips on knowing that at the end of the video, but I think it makes the most sense to label the structures on it first. Okay, so let us get started. Tibia, big chunky one on the lower leg. So on the tibia, you have condyles. See them here? Those are your condyles, these nice smooth parts. Those are condyles. Now, you're not going to say, if Helen labels it, you're not going to say condyle. You're going to say medial condyle, lateral condyle. You need to tell her, is it medial or is it lateral? If you just write condyle, you're wrong. You need to tell her. That's why it's important to know if it's a left or a right. So right here at the top is the medial condyle and the lateral condyle. That will get easier to do once you start feeling confident in your knowledge of if it's a left or a right. The next thing we have on the tibia, so this is the anterior portion of the tibia that we're looking at right now. Right here, we're looking at the superior part of the tibia. This is the tibial tuberosity. Let me bring it closer. That is the tibial tuberosity. Right here is your tibial tuberosity. So the bump on the tibia right at the top, that's the tibial tuberosity. Then you're going to have the medial malleolus. Right here, this inferior part of the tibia is the medial malleolus. So knowing if it's a left or a right will help you know that it is actually a medial malleolus because it's on the medial side of the tibia. So that is the medial malleolus. Just one more thing for the tibia, which is nice. So this is the anterior part of the tibia. Right here, this sharp part right here is the anterior crest. So this sharp part on the outside, the anterior side, that is the anterior crest right here. You can easily feel that on your own tibia. You can sort of knock on it even. There's nothing on it. It's just the bone, skin over the top of it. That's about it. So that's the anterior crest. Now to the important question of if it is a left or a right. As always, you must have 2 points of reference minimum to know if it is a left or a right. If you only use 1 point of reference, you are very often wrong. I'm often wrong when I only use 1 point of reference, so I always use 2. Everybody has different points of reference that they like to use. These are my 2 favorites for the tibia. So I know that this is a left. Excuse me, I just said that wrong. Let me try again. I know that this is a right. See what I did there? I didn't have 2 points of reference. Should always have 2 points of reference. This is a right. Why do I know that this is a right? Because my medial malleolus is medial and my anterior crest is anterior. So if those 2 things are true, then I know that I have, in this case, a right. So always have 2 points of reference, always. Doesn't matter how much experience you have, you can still make mistakes as I just did. Next up, so that was the tibia. This very long skinny bone here is the fibula. Those 2 names often give students a lot of trouble. So practice saying them, tibia and fibula. I like the name fibula because the word lateral starts with LA, and so fibula is lateral. So that's why I know it's a fibula, and it only has one structure for us to name, and we do not need to know if it's a left or a right. I'm going to hold it up. This is the lateral malleolus, see? So the tibia had a medial malleolus, and the fibula has a lateral malleolus. And believe it or not, that is the only structure that you need to name on the fibula. So happy studying. See you in the next video.